Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Waiting on you.
You're done. You're there.
We ready? All right. All right, it's about 5 minutes till 3. We're just running a little bit behind, trying to get some technical difficulties taken care of. One was the date train. Sorry about that in your way. Anyway, about 5 minutes till 3, October 12th, 2021. And this is a workshop with Paper Staff, Eve, Delgado, and Acosta. And presentation by legal counsel of a draft illustrated plan redistricting the county commission precincts based on recently issued 2020 census data. And we know that our number was what, 91,628? And we had to cut that 4 ways as evenly as possible. I believe that you have a plan to cut it as close as you can, but then again, there's going to be some lines moved. Are we going to be moving lines today or not? Or considerations?
We are showing you a plan for consideration.
Okay. We're just going to show us a plan for consideration. So I'll tell you what, let's first of all, let's let you give us a presentation and then we can get down to it. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, commissioners and everyone here. Thank you for being here. What we have on the screen is the 2020 census data. This is what I showed last time, and basically it shows that there are 4 precincts in this county, and that there is a 60% deviation of the population. And the principle that we talked about last time is 1 person, 1 vote. So what we need to do is equalize the number of people that you can as much as possible. And as you can see from this chart, it shows that we should have ideally 21,765 people, 21,749 persons per precinct. That's the ideal size. And so we strive to do that. You'll see that the precinct with the most persons is precinct 3. And so precinct 3 would lose some population. And so we strive to do that. See that?
Sorry.
No worries.
I was just making sure it was coming through on Zoom, so I'm sorry.
And then precinct 2 and 1 need to take on some population. So I wanted to show you this before we started looking at the drawing so that you know what our goal is today. Our goal is to move the population from 3 to 2 and 1. All right, so Jackson, would you please put up the district map for Plan A? Okay, so we received the feedback from the 4 commissioners. And based on the feedback, we took into account what everyone said and have this plan right here for you to look at and to discuss. As you can see, we've taken population from 3 and we've given it to 1 and to 2.
You gave it to 1 and 4.
Yeah. You can't give nothing to 4-1.
Now 2 also took some population.
I mean, the 2 and 4, I'm sorry. I not 1.
Oh, we gave it to
2 and 4.
2 and 4, but also 1 also took some
Not from 3.
not from 3. 1 had to take from 2
Yeah,
because 1 and 3 do not share any borders. So
Yeah.
it would be hard for us to draw a map that based on the principles we talked about last time, which was no packing and no cracking. We could draw a spaghetti noodle across the map and then, we couldn't pack it either. So this is what we came up with. And if you'll bear with me, let's look at the data for this plan. So Jackson, will you pull up the data for this plan so we'll see how many people are in each precinct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, can you go back? Oh, okay.
Or would you like that last?
Oh, that last chart was better. I was trying to just make it bigger. Can you see that? There it is.
Yes, it's all in front of us.
Right. So with this drawing that we have up here, you'll see that we have the population closer to the 21,749. So one now would have 20,243. Precinct 2 would have 22,329 people. Precinct 3 would have 22,412 people, and precinct 4 would have 22,010 persons. Doing the math, that's under the 10% deviation, which is what we discussed last time. And if you also look at the Hispanic total population, those numbers are also in line with what it was in the first chart that I put up. So you'll see that the Hispanic population here is 64% in this plan. And what it was before was 56%. So we've actually made it stronger, which then would not raise any red flags with anyone. And we've kept the other numbers consistent too. So the Hispanic population in 1 used to be 20% and now, or used to be 21% and now it's 20%. And then in the past, it was 10% in precinct 2 and now it's 16%. And in precinct 4, it was 32.32% and now it's 32.68%.
You consider black population at all?
We can look at that, but that's not the population that had the most number of the total population in that area. Jackson, can you shift the chart a little bit so we can see the black population?
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so the black population in precinct 3 used to be 5.51%. And now it looks like it's 3.44. So it's within that set of numbers. And then we have 6% in precinct 4, and now it's 6%. And in the old map, it was 14%, and now it's 12.93%. And the same thing for precinct 2. Precinct 2 gained a little bit, so now it's 5%. It used to be 2.39. So you see that this drawing that we have up here follows the guidelines that we spoke about last time. So Jackson, if you'll put up the drawing again so the commissioners can see it. And so we took into account each of the drawings and the information we received to arrive at this drawing. And I'd love to hear from anyone here, the commissioners.
Well, I don't mind saying a few things. Precinct 3 is the controlling factor. That's what controls it. It's got to come off the top and the bottom. And logically, Leon, he can only take up the where Lucy file there without, because there's no roads or anything, without him going way around. So he could go a little further up there in that green area, but I don't know how many votes is in that, or people is in that block right there. Whatever he takes off the bottom, then I've got, out of the 8,500, I've got to take the rest, and I'm just assuming there's around 2,000 in there at the bottom. Then I've got to take 6,500 off the top. Is that correct?
If you wouldn't mind, can you approach the map and tell me what you're referring to?
Okay. All right. Precinct 3 up here is, it controls everything because they got to lose 8,500 pieces. The only place to lose it is down here or at the top. All right, so they move this up here, and this, I don't know how many people in that block right there. You got
So Jackson, that block that we drew in precinct 4, remember we had to take from precinct 3 and we gave it to 4? Yes. Can you tell the commissioner how many?
Okay.
in that block?
So whatever it is out of that 8,500, whatever he gets down here, there's not really any logical way for him to go further up that way because he has no access to that area up there without going all the way through Cleveland or through Huffman. Now, he could take more of that away, but whatever it is there, whatever's left, I got to take it off the top.
Problem is, there's not much more north.
Huh?
There's not that much more north at all.
Well, you couldn't, no, I go back down. Got too much.
So that, he's showing you right there. That's.
Yeah, I know, but
That's the
go
top.
go smaller.
He wants you to zoom out, Jackson.
Do what?
Yeah, zoom out, it's not in,
Can you zoom the map down a little bit?
right there.
He could move up some, up to 1408 and take that bit. Because I'm gonna have to take 6,500 off the top if he gets 2,000. I only need 3,500, so that means I gotta give up something. And the way you've got it over here, you're taking up half of my east side. I don't mind giving up if I have to, holidays out on that area, but all the way, you got all the way over. You just cut my house and office out and hardened and all the way up to, go back down. I'm not too happy with that, and I'm not happy with the top end. I don't mind at the top. Can you get that thing down?
Jackson, can you zoom out, please?
A little more.
Can you bring the top of 3 down a little bit?
I need a long stick. But anyway, just south of 321, there's a road that comes over. I don't mind taking it over and coming up and hit like 105 and going straight across. But they're coming all the way down 59 on the west side. That's going to stretch my area way out.
So you don't like the fact that you have the top part of.
No, I don't mind the top part. I just want to go straight across wherever it takes to get what it takes to get
Instead of having to
my,
drive all the way around 3
whatever it takes.
precinct.
From right there, if I can go straight across like 105, whatever it takes. And if I have to go down a little bit lower, I would, but I don't want to go all the way down 59 to the county line across the river.
That's probably across 59 from your office is probably not 3 miles, 4.
Well, good, then you shouldn't mind having it then.
No, I have to give up something.
Yeah, I know, you got to give up, and I'm going to have to take a whole lot.
Well, I don't mind taking anything, but by law, I have to give it up.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I
And
got.
I have to take 2. But this right here, we've got this right here. I can never live with this down here. That's the way it is. And to get Bruce, he's got to take 4,500 people somewhere. And if he takes over to 146,
There's
up to
nothing there.
90,
That's the problem. There's nothing there.
well, up to 90, there's a little space in there.
That's not even enough for him to blink at. But over to 146, like.
Is there any way that we can tell the population
There's nothing there.
1409 south of 90 to Highway 146?
Jackson, can you tell me that, please?
I can.
You're looking for the population of voting precincts.
From Highway 90 south, all the way down 146 to Chambers County line. Right in that area in there.
So these black numbers that you're seeing displayed are the population of that area.
Can you give us a total amount of population in that area?
Not off the cuff, but I can calculate that for you if you give me 2 minutes.
Okay. But if you move it there, that'll give him part of it, and he won't have to take half of,
And I won't have to take his. part.
half each side.
Well, that ain't gonna happen as far as I'm concerned. We're not taking you home base.
Well,
What I'm telling you is that 1409 to 146 is nothing. There's nothing there. Except a little bit up at US 90 and 1409. As I indicated a while ago, what I'll do is I'll drop down from 1409 at Brown Road and go straight east to the river.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the widest.
Now, Matt, now he could use that as a weapon.
But my,
Don't make this
but
come to
but my home base is, pretty much up 146, hard to Moss Hill and on the east side. And we're taking half of it, just getting holidays that up. But I know I've got to give that up. I don't want to, I don't like it. But, to make it work, I got to do that. But I don't want to give the whole thing up and then go all the way across the county and the top of the county. And have to circle around. Now, I don't mind the north part of Cleveland and straight across, but to wiggle all the way around and come back down across the San Jacinto River on the west side of 59, getting to anything over there, that's a half a day's job. But,
Half a day to get to it, or what are you talking about?
well, I mean, to, move equipment and do anything else over there.
Well, all I'm saying is the west side of 59 is probably not 4 miles from your office on that end. Is that correct?
No, it's more than that.
Well, it can't be over about 5.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on 787.
But I've got to cross 59 with tractors, whatever else I do. And down to the south of it, you're looking at about 10, 15 miles.
Well, the problem is both of y'all have to do that.
Huh?
I've been
He's already doing it now, so.
Well, he's right there at,
That
that's
puts y'all in a position that one of y'all will have to do it. You or him. You see what I'm saying?
he's already got that, and he's got the smallest precinct, he got the smallest area in the whole county.
Mhm. And it's gonna get smaller.
Yeah. And I've got twice as much area as any of you.
Mhm.
And I just don't plan on going down that side of 59. I'll go straight across and take whatever it takes to get 59. I'll keep going down straight across to wherever it gets, but I don't want that part of it. That's too far for our guys. And you wouldn't want to travel across 59 trying to get mowing tractors and everything else over
I
there.
do every day.
Well, I know you do. That's where your area. You just got a small area over there.
I cross US 90 and 1960 and 1008 every day. Just about
Okay.
59.
And then you won't have no problem moving up and
Already done.
taking Dayton Lake Estate and,
We've already made that agreement.
huh?
We've already made that agreement where I'm gonna move up to.
Up to Dayton Lake Estates and.
I've got to take in a lot of his property, correct?
Just
Let's get it to this point. I don't only need 746 people. That's it, right?
I only need 3,500.
But moving up, as far north as I am in his precinct, I'm taking a load off of you.
You're taking nothing off of me.
I'm taking more population than what I need. That's taking it off of you, and it's taking it off of him.
You ain't taking it off of me. Cause I only need 3,500. I can take the east side and that's all I have to take. Why should I take 6,500 and you take 700?
I didn't say I'm taking 700.
No, that's all he needs, but,
Taking more.
but once they do those other subdivisions, that 1,2700.
We gotta divide,
2,000.
we gotta divide 8,500 up
Correct.
between us. And for me to take what you got, I gotta give up some on the east side. We'll take what you gotta take on the bottom side, you're gonna have to give up some on the bottom side.
Mhm.
And I just you don't want to have to go to Huffman and get around into
Ain't
Montgomery.
going.
Jackson, you got us a.
Okay, that's exactly right. You ain't going to it. I ain't going to it.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to.
What is it, sir?
The very rough number was 2,779.
2,000
For
bucks
this
over.
area.
Okay, so if you take that 2,000, that's half what you need. The other half to be over.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Don't you take from this point
Would you like,
Huh?
would you like me to put up your
Yeah, I
drawing?
can,
Come here, Greg.
If you
Come here,
want, I
man.
can put
Yeah.
up. your-
but still not, that's not something.
Yeah,
Come in up there. Instead of going all the way over here,
I believe
how about putting it this
one
one,
of ours,
here to 59?
our drawings to see how wrong or right we
But I
are.
already got this.
Yeah, right here, yeah, here.
Because that will, that'll
But I'm
show us
talking
whether
about
we're right or
59
wrong.
each.
You know, just like.
That ain't enough people there. What if we come in right here and then come up here?
That wouldn't be
That's the
bad.
787, and I don't mind taking all the way over to there. All the way over to there.
Talking about this point, yeah, we thought we were talking about.
No, I said I would take straight across. I'm not trying to be unreasonable about this. I just don't want to go,
Well, that's,
take all the way down.
well, that's this part.
Huh?
That's, you're saying you take this, but this.
From 105 north, I take that. That's no problem. I just don't want to go that way.
You want to go south.
Yeah, this, you're right. I misunderstood what you're talking about. This, you're right. This ain't too far from my office and I can work that area fine. Yeah.
Up to 105,
Huh?
up to 105.
I'll take 105 all the way up and the north side, whatever that population comes, whatever that population
Yeah,
comes out.
I mean, yeah. as long
But I
as it's
wouldn't,
around.
I don't have a problem taking down here and some of this right in here.
He's talking about the 308.
Where's the bypass at?
bypass.
Huh? Yeah. That's it, okay.
321.
I'm just talking about some of this right in here, if I need to get,
No,
just
we
a
ain't
little
getting,
bit.
no, we ain't getting that, that's my city.
this is a city over
We're
here.
going around over here.
Your new city's Plum Grove.
That's great, see?
Okay, well,
Now, we go to
308.
the
You're
track.
talking 308, okay? To 321. Come up 321.
Okay, well, this is all my precinct already. Oh, no, that ain't, yes, this, I would, that would take me out. That-
And then you come up to 59, and you take 59 all the way
Yeah,
up.
I'll go for that, I'll go for
See,
that.
there's the bow. There's the bow.
Yeah,
It's in here, here's the track. Now, this is North Fleet.
okay, all right,
This is
that,
the
I'm
west side
that
of
I'm good
50.
with, I just didn't want to go try and drag equipment down there, I can get equipment stuff here easy. Cause I'm not that far, I thought you were trying to want me to go all the way down there, well, that's where the map is.
Well, we do.
I know you do, I want you to too about it.
Commissioner,
Yeah, but it's not gonna put one around the feet, right?
Let's see what the population is.
Commissioner, do I have your permission to put up your map that you submitted to me?
Yeah, well, that was a rough map, and I get some idea, but we didn't know where the numbers was. And
Well, I want, if I put up the map, then I'm able to show you what the numbers are based on your proposal, if you will allow me.
well, we're satisfied with that part of it right there.
Yeah, but what she
But
said.
I just need to know-
Probably, it's not gonna be enough for me. I'm still having to give up something somewhere.
Well,
That's, you're talking, over here, you're probably talking 400 houses.
yeah, well, you gotta give up this whole area right here.
Yes. But I mean.
You're gonna have this
Here
right there.
you are, that's what I'm saying. Yes,
Yeah, me and Leon divide this up between us.
okay, done deal.
This here?
Yeah.
No. I went down.
Yeah, you can come up here, that's half of it.
I knew it's gonna be that.
And then because you're gonna have to take more, because Bruce is gonna have to take some of mine over there,
But
and some of yours at the bottom.
as far as I'm concerned, I've gone far north, I'm gonna go.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go a little bit further, and then you're
Based
gonna,
on that.
and then you might have to take that Lake State.
I do, but I'm not, right now, as I stand about going any further north, I'm far enough.
Now what,
But,
where you at?
well, I'm far enough east, too, but I'm far enough west, but I ain't got no choice.
When they moved, where they moved.
Right here,
Yeah.
So this,
Coastal Water Authority come out.
right, somewhere on that map, they moved.
Yeah, that's up there to the west about. Not sure about all that.
Jackson, can you zoom out so we
Yeah,
can
it's
see?
got
the
you, it's got
proposed
you.
plan?
Water County Road.
You see that little area down the bottom that he has on there?
But if we can divide this up,
On the
That we have more.
east side, there's no.
All right.
Come all the way back down to the road.
We were,
Where
Which
I
they
may have
have
the
the
road,
road.
but
all
people
right,
think.
we agreed on this part right here. We gotta figure out how many people is in there. Once we do that, then we'll know what we
But
gotta
I'm
do.
telling you, there's 400-500 people.
Huh?
There's not many people in here.
There's 400 people in precinct 20.
We'll see.
Well,
Do y'all have those numbers?
Yes, we do. So Jackson,
See
could
what we
you
got.
zoom out? And can you please tell us
We need to know about what we got up here.
the area that we gave to precinct 2 that used to belong to precinct 3? That little green area atop of 3. Could you please tell me how many people are in that area, Jackson?
I just worked up this part.
Right. This whole chunk.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a
Not yet.
little bit through this, but I can.
Okay, so you only want to know it up to state.
Yeah, if we come straight across here and take this up at the top.
Okay.
Right there.
Jackson, so it's State Highway 105. Yeah. All the population above that to the
Where's
top
that map? There.
boundary. So not the stuff underneath.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Okay, so everything above this highway line.
Gonna be about
correct?
800.
Yes, please.
Say, huh? Do what?
Gonna be about 800.
How much?
Well,
He's
he's gonna tell
going to
something.
tell us. Let's not guess. Let's look at the numbers.
Yeah, Leon, did you hear that on 146 down, it was over 2,000 people.
Woo, there ain't no way.
That's what he just counted up. From 90 down, 146. All the way to Chambers County is 2,000.
Oh, from 90 down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And
But see, they got me taking that.
majority of them are in the city.
They got me taking that whole area down there that you said, you know,
Well, the problem is nobody wants to give up our seats.
And we're not going to.
I'm
No, we're not going to.
not losing Dayton and I ain't losing Kennedy. It ain't gonna happen.
we ain't gonna say we ain't gonna do nothing. We're gonna do what make this thing work out. And I ain't gonna,
That's what you're saying.
I know, but I ain't,
Then if that being the case, you're gonna lose hard.
no,
No?
not even, yeah, what they got
So you just got
here.
to telling me I'm not gonna lose Dayton, I'm not gonna lose Kennedy.
You're not gonna lose that.
That's exactly right.
You may lose a little bit of it.
You and I understand.
You may lose a little bit of the south end. I'm gonna lose,
Well, I
Some of
got a
my-
little bit of the south.
and I'm gonna lose some of the east side of my precinct that I don't wanna lose. But when, and he's gonna lose some of the north, but we gotta make the numbers work in a thing that's fair.
I don't disagree with that, but once again, I'm not losing Dayton and Kennedy. Just like you don't want to lose Clark, that's your home base.
Yeah,
You know,
nobody's asking you to lose Dayton or Tennessee.
as long as we understand it.
I'd like to give you a little more over there. What are we waiting for?
He's
He's
calculating.
getting calculating the numbers from 105 north.
Trying to put these in as fast as I can.
If you tell me how much is in there, we pretty much know it. You don't know what precinct 3 was included? I thought we had all those numbers. Where?
They're on the map itself.
Great. The little numbers.
Probably has to-
Huh?
The little numbers are population. So but it's adding them all together in the groups that you want. That takes a little while. But you can see how they're clustered. Those numbers are population.
Do we have a map with that population on it?
So that's coming out to be everything north of 140, to be 2,624
Where's that?
roughly. And it's a very, very rough number, but
That's
Okay.
above 105,
Yes.
correct?
At 2,000. And what it was down?
correct, yeah, I took everything above this line that was in precinct 2 currently.
Okay. 59 to 105, everything north of 105.
I ain't interested in that over there. I want to know what's in done. Leon's taking it at the bottom. How much is that?
Which part of the bottom?
Well, wherever these got, but y'all got him marked off that. Are you satisfied with what they got on the map?
No, not.
You want more?
Huh?
You want more?
No, I'm still a little bit of you.
So the way we have it,
Where,
precinct 4 has 22,000 people.
that's what you're saying?
Yes,
That's true.
that's what's on the line that we have at the top, is that precinct 4 has 22,010 people.
Okay, and so I'm gonna get 22 at the top, 22.
Your precinct has 22,329.
So at the top.
Not at the top, the whole green area is you. So all of that green is
The 22,
22,329.
22 and 22 don't add up to 8,500.
No, she's talking about 22,000.
22,000.
She's talking about total amounts.
The total amount of people in your green area is 22,000.
All right, well, I know that. I want to know what we're adding here. I want to know what population is.
Up there, right, up here, we said it was 2,000 and change.
Okay, how much is this down here?
Jackson, can you zoom out the map, please?
Yes.
So what we're trying to see is the portion underneath 3.
Can you,
Keep going.
I would like to know what his population is in this area,
Right there.
this area, in this area.
Okay, well, what I told in 4. So what the commissioner is asking
Is the additional.
is, that must be the railroad right there.
Huh?
That is the railroad.
Okay, so the railroad, he's asking for the population above the railroad in 4 minus that prison population. Do you see that chunk in 4 above the railroad minus the prison population? Commissioner
No, that-
Oakley is asking
I'm
for
assuming
that.
this is,
Voting box for
this is the railroad.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
He's asking for the
Is
population above
that in your precinct
that
already?
line in 4.
No,
Just what's added.
Okay, so
So what
so
we've
the
drawn this
population
for.
is total area above the railroad, correct?
Yeah.
Up to Lucy Mountain. That's where you got to tap in.
yeah.
Right, where we drew you.
Is your computer dead?
No, it was not plugged into my computer, it's plugged into your computer.
I think maybe if you just put your fingers on that little mouse pad on the keyboard, because it goes in the tower.
Go get some water, it's gonna take a while.
How many more meetings do we have?
Takes.
Right, we have 3 drawing sessions, but we certainly don't need to use all 3.
I'm sure we're gonna need that, if not more.
Right, but our goal is to be done before November 9th.
You just turned it off.
I like it. They will look at it. I mean, that's kind of falling with it.
Keyboard isn't working.
I look like Brutus precinct.
I know, I wish it was. That'd be a lawn chair and a fishing pole out there.
With a headache.
You find some water, Greg?
I got it right where I got.
Weirdly, this is still showing.
So the very rough estimate is about 1,000 people has been given
Okay, that's
from
1,000 at the
precinct
top.
3 to precinct 4.
Yes.
Okay, and I've got 2,500 or something at the top.
2,000.
No, 2,000 and change, and we're only talking
2,000,
about.
and that's right here, that's 2,001.
Yeah, it's about
2,600.
Okay, 2,000 and 1,000. Okay, so we got 5,500 to go.
Well, right, but it has to touch your land.
Okay, and this little spot in the middle, this right here, we need to know how much that is.
Okay, we can tell you that.
Greg, would it be easier for her to pull up your map, because they already have the numbers
No.
on?
I mean,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna have enough of it.
No, if you allow me to pull up your map, it will tell you
Let's
exactly
do this right
what your
now,
numbers are. Jackson, we lost connection over here. So what I'm trying to do is log into GoToMeeting on my computer. Okay, we're back on Jackson. I just logged in on my computer. Okay, so we have Commissioner Arthur, and he is asking us the question of, there is land to the right of precinct 3, the way we have drawn it. And so we have given that land to precinct 2. And what he's wanting to know is, and I guess the boundary,
From about 308 down to where y'all got it showed for Leon, precinct 4.
okay, but we've already given you this land. Are you saying you want to know just so
I
you,
want to know how many population, what population is there?
okay,
It was 1,000 or something.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's what it said, 1,000.
Yeah.
On this side,
Yes.
there's 1,000. Okay, 2,000 here, Leon got 1,000 down there. And 2,000 here, that's,
no, 1,000,
there's 1,000.
right?
Okay. So this is 2,000, this is 1,000, here's 1,000. So that's only 4,000 people. You think we need to do 3,000 over here on this side?
There, I don't know how many people are in that chunk because you asked us not to calculate that right now, but I can
Okay.
ask.
Well, we're gonna have to at least split this up. Move it up to right here, so at least, I mean, it's not right for me to think 6,000 or 6,000, it's like 700. Just because that's all he needs.
He's taking 1,000.
He's not taking just 7.
Okay, you take 1,000. Taking 1,000.
No, it's over 1,000. If I move up, like I got it on the map, that'll put me about 1,200 over.
About 12. She just told me it wasn't over 1,000.
No, so just so you know, precinct 4, according to the map that we have up, has 22,010 people.
That
Okay,
you're adding.
no, that's how much they have as total population. is
With the way the map is
the
drawn
way
right
the
now.
map is drawn that is shown up here on the screen. Okay, so right now, precinct 4, that block has 22,010 people, the entire thing, not just any
How much
section.
did he have before he started?
He had 21,000,
Okay, so he's taking 1,000 people.
a little over 1,000, yes.
And you want me to take 7,500.
Yeah, but you're, at the end
So
of the day,
you-
you're only 22,329.
Okay, precinct 2, before we started this drawing at all, only had 18,436 people.
Okay,
And the ideal
But the
size
bottom
is
line is-
21,000.
you want me to take 6,500 or let's see, 7,500. You want me to take 7,500 and then when I only need 3,500, and then you want me to cut off 4,000 on my side over there where I live. And so you need to move, this needs to be moved up. And I may have to slice it down a little bit lower here, take one more at the top. But I don't want to go winding around. Cleveland, I want straight across or,
Well, the west side of the bypass is straight. shot. West side of the bypass is a straight shot. I mean, there's no variations or anything. If you had-
Why don't you want the west side of 59?
It doesn't matter, man. I'm happy with everything I got. By law, I have to give up something.
Okay, and I'm gonna have to give up some on the east side to balance this out so between me and Leon, we can take up that 8,500. But I'm not saying, it's not fair for me to take 7,500 of it, and you have to take 1,000 of it.
I hear what you're saying. I'm trying to make the numbers
Yeah, I know,
roll out.
we just-
And so I just want to understand it. So you don't want anything but this top portion, right? So you don't want this land here. And if I leave this land here, then this brings up precinct 3's numbers, right?
Yeah.
So then I have to cut somewhere else from precinct 3, and I have to give it to precinct 4. But
Yeah.
precinct 4 only needs about 1,000 people.
746.
But you're gonna have to take some from precinct 4 at the bottom so he can get in 4,500.
And yes, and so we did that. We gave some of precinct 4.
No, you didn't.
We
Yeah,
gave-
Did he give you?
They give him more than that drainage.
No,
You didn't take any of the bottom of
No.
precinct 4.
no.
Jackson, can you pull up that map? We took land from precinct 4 to give to precinct 1.
This right here is a current precinct 1 and 4 line right there.
No.
Did not precinct 1 take some land?
That line?
No, you're wrong.
No.
Yeah, you're wrong. That is not the
Precinct
current, that is
one
not the
only
current
take land
precinct
from
4
precinct
and
2.
precinct 1.
Here's the current map. Current map. And it's identical.
Huh?
That map and the new map is identical on the boundaries between 1 and 4.
Yeah.
No, it can't be.
I know it can't be, but it is.
Yeah, look at this. Here's the new drawing.
She's using this if.
This is the new precinct 4 map.
This is the new one, and this is 1409?
Yes, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she's showing that they've proposed, or,
Yeah, that's what she's
the line.
proposing. It's got the
That's
same
the
little
line.
dick down at the bottom.
yeah, but,
That's the line.
So she's gonna have to move over and take some of yours.
but is this 1409 or is this the river?
Oh, that's.
That's 1409. That ain't the river.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so it is.
This is the river over here.
Well, I don't understand what this is. Is
That's that little thing right
Is
there.
that that road you're talking
Yes,
about?
that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that little thing right there.
That's Indian Ridge, right here. This is what we need to get rid of, but this is already the line.
Yeah.
1409.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the current,
This is.
that is the
one.
current one.
Correct.
Okay.
And here's the new one. It's identical.
You're gonna have to move up. Where's that? Let's see, Joe.
Jackson, is there any way you could make the screen larger?
Anyway, you're gonna have to come up 1409 to Highway 90 and across to get enough, that'll take those 2,000 people and give to Bruce. That way it'll give him a little flexibility to take a little more at the top up there and take a little pressure off of me having to take everything. And it'll also keep me having to take my whole east side of it.
He's talking about just coming down 146 here. And just, there's 2,000 something folks right in here. There's a brown coming with it.
What they said, it can't be, there's no way.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of folks in there.
No, there's not. Oh, this is your precinct.
No, my precinct is over here.
Okay, you're saying it's over here.
Yeah,
There's no
between
way. There's no
between
way.
1409 and
Town right
146.
here. Yeah, right in the town.
Now, where you're gonna have your population is right up here,
In town.
then it's right around 1,000.
Yeah, but there must be another 1,000 out here, because you got all this subdivision over here I'll be taking, or if we propose it. So I got all the roads over here on 1409 on both sides,
Quite a few folks back in there.
and that's gonna include
But anyway, they got the numbers. They said there's 2,015.
2,000.
I can't believe that. I really don't.
I don't believe,
But if I did.
I don't believe the numbers either because the numbers showed me in 2010, the population in.
Jackson, could you please pull up Commissioner Ford map?
Pull up what?
Yes, Commissioner Wilson's map that he proposed. He's given us permission to show his map.
Hey, you can show mine, I showed everybody else.
Commissioner Wilson is Commissioner or
Precinct
precinct.
4.
4. Okay, that's,
I'd like to apologize to you too. If you think I'm calling that just because I'm hard of hearing, I just talked about, I don't mean to be.
No worries, no worries. Because we're not running it on your computer anymore, and he's sharing his screen. I don't know how to make this. Error. When I zoom in, let me see if I can get rid of
now
this.
that's Leon's proposed map right there.
No,
Oh, it's not. Okay, what map is this?
I don't know where they got that. That's not exactly what I proposed.
This is your map. Wait, let me-
No, I didn't go all the way up to the proposed. There's nothing up there. 3,000 acres of it's mine. There ain't nobody living on it. Can you get a
Jackson, did we
detail?
pull the wrong map? Can you, I have his map on my computer. It's just not in this drawing.
Okay, apologies.
Hold on. All I'm gonna do is fish in my emails for that map while you look for it. The way it was drawn.
We're not always as contrarian. Well, yeah, we are.
That means you
Now that I
must
think
be best buds outside of here.
Judge, did you second that?
Yes, sir. I gotta live with it.
So this wasn't the map.
There
that
it
was-
is. This is, I just sent it to you.
Very detailed.
have to see that, sure that Dayton train won't seem so bad.
So you can come across 321. Target was not all right.
Sorry,
You can come across 321. Target was not all.
yeah,
Do that.
I'll have to look at the map, so tell me what's on it.
Moved Leon.
Yeah.
They moved him up here. He was.
Scroll down.
Yeah. Actually, here we're on this side. He's right here.
Okay, come on down.
And I
So
look
we're looking at.
Short,
right here.
Well, I just pulled up
Yeah, we just have to-
Commissioner Wilson's map.
Yeah,
the
but
one
somewhere right in,
he sent.
somewhere right
So
here. We
I
can split
emailed
that up.
it to you just
And
now.
then, I don't know what the map says.
And I just- I'm projecting that map right now. I don't know, can you see it?
Don't work with me on that right there, but in fact, we can
Because
come
he's
up right.
saying that,
I need you to decrease the size for me.
I think we just need
Yeah, that's what I want to see, the numbers. are wrong.
to just go back, read it all over here, talk about it.
Okay, this is my map, everything you see in green, okay? Presently, up here will be precinct 3. So I've taken in all of this, as you've indicated.
Yeah.
You want defining boundaries, correct?
right,
Okay. all the way up through 21 is the Coastal Water Authority Canal. It comes all the way down. Over here to Cantrell Road to the Harris County line. Now, one thing I considered after I'd taken that map, you know, or sent it to you, what I should have done, this is what's called Browns Road. Just come across here, instead of going right up Winfrey, which is the existing precinct 1 and yes. And precinct 4 boundary line, I should have came across right here, all the way over to the river. That would have put an additional 1,000 people, about 1,000 people right here. Okay. We did, this is unscientific, but this is what we base on when we're dealing with developers. We did a rooftop in here, all of this. All right, at 2.5, which brought me up to about 11 to 1,200 more people. So you're talking about 1,000 here to 11 to 1,200 people here. All right. I will take completely all the way over to the river. I will take this much in. You got good defining boundary line all the way down. We did our rooftops. My crew went out on a rainy day and did a rooftop count. This is all Bruce's. Bruce has a building yard right about here. It's his yard, precinct 3, down 1409. There's nothing here. There's nothing in here. This is all, this is all farmland that's fixing to turn into property later. All right, excuse me just a minute. So this is 1413, this is 146. All you have population wise is this right here. And that came to about how many houses, Daryl?
870 houses.
Yeah. Everything else in here, these other subdivisions will stay within the boundary line. And once again, you got good defining. Now, once again, Ms. Catherine, what you indicated to us was that we also want to take in consideration of new development, correct? So right here, January 1, we have a developer that has bought 2,700 acres. All right. And based on what David and I spoke, you're probably going to cut that up into half acre tracts, correct, David? Yes. Okay. So if you go at 2.5 on that amount of homes, you can figure up the population there. Okay. Up here, Trey is fixing to cut in another subdivision in 6 months, right, brother? We talked about the other day. Huh? At the school?
Yeah.
Okay. What was 22 or 2,700 acres? I can't remember. 6 months, he's going to be cutting in up here. So then that's adding to population of my precinct.
Right.
But could you, I'm going by what you indicated to us, that taking consideration of new development that's coming in.
We can't consider new development. We got to consider the numbers that's on the board right now.
I'm going by what Ms. Catherine indicated, okay?
Yeah.
So you're looking close to an easily 6,000 to 7,000 more people population wise once they get that started.
But you're taking 1,000 densely populated.
Yeah. Let me say,
down 90 away from.
is this Bruce's process? You're taking this away from Bruce up here?
No, right here.
Yeah, you're gonna take that? That ain't accomplishing nothing. You just trading something you want for something you don't
What do you
want.
mean it ain't accomplishing nothing?
Ain't accomplishing nothing. As far as
1,000 people in here. That's adding to my count.
he's already 4,000 people short and he's taking more through.
I understand that, but when you move in this way, then it brings him on up.
Yeah, but you're just swapping him stuff that you want for stuff you don't want.
Okay, whatever your thoughts is, whatever your thoughts is, Greg, but also I'm taking in population here. All right,
That 1,000 people, the main focus is got how we're gonna reduce precinct 3.
and that's exactly what I did up there.
Yeah, and then you've got to go a little bit further, get a little bit more on that, mean you're gonna have to split that narrow strip up there. So I can take in some more on top with.
The problem with that also, Ms. Catherine, is you've got me penciled in. Can you scroll down a little bit? The other way. Currently, you got me penciled in. Come on down. More?
That's
That's
the top
40.
now.
All right. Going up north here, where you have me set now on the map that you've given.
Go down a little
All
bit.
right,
That is the
That's the
entire
end of the
map.
page.
that's my entire map.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You got me penciled in on up north here, north of the canal. Okay? Ms. Catherine,
Yeah,
up here. And what you have me doing is following that Lucy Bow. Everything's south of the Lucy Bow. So you know what that means? I'm gonna be taking in that stuff up there I can't get to. It's impossible. Unless I want a problem for me, I can take the backhoe down there.
well, there's
20
nothing
miles
in
an
there
hour.
right now, is there?
No, right here, the Lucy Bow goes through the subdivisions. Correct.
Do what?
Lucy Bow goes through Santa Fe. Correct.
No, you're right, you don't need to be, you don't need to be, that don't need to be, you need to be
That's
south of
why I
that.
moved my land down to the canal.
Yeah, but
And with that being said, then I take in additional 1,200 here, additional 1,000 here.
we don't need to mess with that 1,000.
No, because that gives me more I'm taking away from Greg.
Do what, Bruce?
That's more than, if he's already, basically, I'm taking part of Hart. If you take another 1,000
Well,
folks
Greg don't
here-
want you taking Hart. He's
I know,
he's
I don't
telling us.
But there ain't no other way to do it.
Yes, there is. If you move over here, there is.
Okay,
Why don't you just square it off and come right down there, because there's just about enough to do that in the east side of the county, and me and you can split what else, I'm gonna have to take the majority of it. You may have to take another 400 or 500 people going up that little area there, and then I'm gonna get the rest of it off the top.
I don't know how you would get a good defining line on that. I just don't.
Do what now?
I don't know how you would, as they want, a good definitive line boundary.
I'll draw you one.
Jackson, are you able to put Commissioner Wilson's map precinct 4 the way he's drawn it?
No?
I'm talking to Jackson.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Jackson, can you hear me?
Sometimes,
Does the phone hang up?
See here on this map here, you see Lucy's Bayou here. And it's right on the edge of Santa Fe.
It runs through those subdivisions.
Actually, I'm not showing any
Jackson, can
subdivisions
you hear me?
south of.
It is. Your developer sitting right there, he'll tell you. Dave will tell you also.
come here.
Dave will tell you also.
You're also gonna have some more growth
Well,
over
Do what?
that 3-2-3 too.
I really can't consider the extra. This is Lucy's Bayou right here. Is there any of yours division already building right in here? No.
You're fixing to.
We don't own anything. No.
So you're north of the bow?
Yeah. north of the Bayou.
No.
There's
You do own
piece that comes across. Oh, right in here.
Yes.
But you're not gonna do anything with that right away.
6 months they are.
Well, it depends. You'll build a road all the way through?
Yes.
Well, you can cut that out, you can cut that out, and, you know, I don't, I'm not gonna.
We can't build a road all the way through it, unless it's just some bridge out.
Okay, we'll cut that out, put it, leave it in precinct 3. I mean, there's no population in there anyway. but-
Yeah, exactly.
So if you had a bigger town, this is Santa Fe. It's not that close.
Kevin, are you still there?
Yes, can you hear me?
So there's gonna be a lot more to
Yeah, I can.
even on these. Before you get to that.
You were asking for
Access issues.
Commissioner Wilson's precinct
But
4.
I'm saying.
Right, we want to see Commissioner Wilson's map, the way he drew it. I sent you the map that he sent
Which is fine.
just now for a while
I'm
ago.
gonna have to get something.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is your, you say, right, like this is
Right.
this is the map you just
Why don't we
forwarded
get
me.
it through?
Yes,
I mean,
And so he's saying that, yeah, the problem he's saying is, do you see that boundary on the top before?
hell, we'll make.
He's saying that boundary cuts through a
There's
subdivision,
about
and he doesn't want to cut through that subdivision.
Minus about 1,000 of it is between roads.
And yeah, absolutely. The problem is that obviously it's done by census blocks. And so we actually cannot cut a block. So what he has drawn with these, right angles and things like that,
I'll come up here
absolutely
and
wrong.
and I'll go
We
north
can
and
take,
connect to here. We'll work that out.
Okay, can you show him the census blocks, the reason
And
we
let
drew the
Bruce,
map this way?
Come over here to 90 and go down 146.
Yeah, absolutely.
We also have developers in the room.
Green lines are census blocks.
Okay, the green lines are census blocks, and we can't cut the census blocks. And that's why,
So I tried my best to hear what this drawing had detail. But unless, we wanted to go down here,
Well, according to the one.
well,
make this shape.
See, that doesn't have the canal. on it. That doesn't have that. That doesn't have the new Custom Water Authority canal. on it. That map right there, that he's got the corner.
so our map doesn't have the canal on it, is what
No.
you're saying.
That map there does not. Actually,
Yeah.
that canal, actually, that canal will be down in here, as it
Okay,
is right here.
right, but what he's saying is he can't draw your sharp angles, and the reason he can't do it is because it cuts the census blocks. He can only draw the lines so that the green census blocks remain intact. So do you see, that's why he can't draw your map with those sharp angles the way you have them, because if you draw them that way, you cut through a census block. And that can't be done. And so that's why he had to draw it that way. That's the closest he could get to your proposed map.
Okay,
But what I wanted him to show you is the population for the 4 precincts, the way your map is shown. So Jackson, can you make the population box at the bottom bigger so we can see that? It's hard to read.
on this one.
Yeah, well, we can only draw your picture. That's the closest representation of your picture because we have to hear it to the census block. But look at the numbers. See, so if we draw it your way, you only have 17,990.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, that's what the map
So
says.
you don't have to have anything to take home with you today, right?
I do not have to have anything. This is purely a drawing
So
session.
that's just, you kind of got.
But I wanted you to see this.
Dot it down, look at it, and all that. How about that? I mean, we.
Well, we got to give you some form of idea of what we're looking at, correct?
Right, but that's why I want you to see this, because if we drew it the way you want, you would have less than what you
This is
have
not the buy
now.
over here.
Do you see? You have less than what you have now.
That's the buy over there, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah,
But it
and
wasn't on that map.
this is their map.
This was up here, wasn't on this map.
Yeah, but some of them maps don't show.
I don't know what that is, but this is your map right there, the way you got it drawn.
Right.
So-
But this is the map that Commissioner Wilson wants us to
Here.
consider.
Okay, yeah,
You
well,
see, this is what we've been talking about just now. But what we want you to see is when we take your map and we put it on the census blocks, these are the numbers we get. And so
Yeah.
you're worse off because now you only have 17,000, 18,000 people we round up. And before you had 20, right?
I would
And you
rather
needed
Bruce take all the way over to the
One and
KLI, that
two.
way I can win that take none of mine.
Yeah, so
That
you're
wouldn't be
worse
correct.
off. Do you see? So that's why we couldn't,
Okay, but once again, like I said, excuse me, Greg, if I cut this in here, all the way over to the river, that's gonna add a conservative 1,000 people easily.
okay, so Jackson,
And then,
let's ask.
But that don't count, I don't go to one side of the property.
I'm sorry?
That don't go, that only complicates the problem of getting rid of people that out precinct 3. The main focus we are is getting people out of precinct 3.
Right, we need to give precinct 3 people to precinct 2 and to precinct 4. That's right.
And if you
Precinct-
add more people that.
Actually, precinct 1 needs some people. Precinct 4 just needed, you know, about
He-
1,000
Yeah,
people.
but he's gonna have to,
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's not so worse off.
so precinct 1 has got to take some of his to give him some flexibility at the
Take,
top.
yes, to take some from 3. That's
Yes,
exactly
that's
what
I'm
happened. Yes,
saying. And,
yes. And
I mean,
that's
and
exactly.
taking
what
more
happened.
land from precinct 1 don't accomplish anything. Except it just makes the problem bigger.
Well, precinct 1 had to take some from 2, so that 2 can take some from the top
Yeah,
precinct
that's
3,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Because of the way these
Right.
precincts are laid out, they don't all touch each other.
Yeah,
That's why it was done that way.
so you're trying to get 4,500 out there, but if you take another 1,000, now he's got to get 5,500 out. So that don't accomplish it. The main thing, we got to focus up there, get that out, and we've got pretty much worked out there. Then we just got to,
Right, but see, what I want you to understand is, when we put your map on there.
oh, I know,
you'll see
you
that the
look at
people-
our maps and
Right, the people
that was kind
don't
of
line up.
a rough map because I didn't know exactly where the numbers were.
That's why I want you to see it.
Yeah.
That's why I want you to see it on the map. So
Yeah.
if you would let me put up your map, you'll see why we couldn't draw it that way. and
No,
you'll see where
I'm
the holes are.
satisfied, not, because
Let's just, like I say, let's
after
just go.
I reevaluated, I probably don't necessarily, no. I'm ready to work with whatever is reasonable to, you know, not put anybody any off.
So here's the-
Whatever it takes to do to get the numbers
So
right.
that subdivision he's talking about is gonna be like 2,000 people. They're not there yet.
Yeah,
So we have to take that into consideration. Is that correct?
Yes, the
'Cause this
problem
company
is
is
if you
gonna be
get
there.
sued, right, no, but the problem, you have to look at the end of the day. If you get sued, it's based on what the numbers
What
are
they are
from
right now, yeah.
2020.
and so we already
It's
talked.
fine to consider that down the road, but you're gonna be sued based on what your numbers are right now.
But the only thing, all I think it says, right now, move Bruce over here to this right here. So we don't have to take all of my home area over
No, we're not gonna take you home.
there. And that way, that will balance that out. This right here, me and Leon can split this up, because he'll be losing some down here to give him enough to take some more up here. And then I will take whatever it takes off the top to make it work.
Sounds pretty good there.
Well, do you want to make those notes and hand them to me? the way
Yeah, I
you
can do
saying?
that. Okay. That's-
I've shown.
You have another one of these.
That's it. I mean, ain't no. Huh? No, just 1, 2, 3 rows.
Because I mean, this here, I've got a yard already out here. I got two, but I'm only working out of one. Because I had anticipated on me taking that area. I don't have an amendment to actually staff yard. Yeah.
You understand one thing now, is that way we're not encroaching into Greg's home base.
Yeah.
Yeah, we take it.
So I think that one should be great. And I guess for us, our next drawing session. is 20.
You want some water?
I'm good. I'm trying to find out when our next drawing.
Do we have a hard deadline?
We do have a hard deadline. So our hard deadline is we need to adopt a plan by November 9th.
9th?
Yes, because you have your elections, right? On the 10th or 11th, the county election.
30.
No.
November 2nd, but this does not affect that.
You have your elections on the 2nd,
Yes.
because how will you know where your precincts are?
No. This does not affect.
That didn't have anything to do with the upcoming election, but I thought the deadline was the 12th.
Right, right, so that's why it needs to be adopted by the 9th, so that you guys can do your drawings and have everything in place by the 12th.
Okay.
But we do, that's why we're pushing hard this month to get this done.
Well, the 9th is the Commissioners Court meeting. For the regular clerk.
They can probably call a special one.
I'll go all the way to 69. And then the rest of them.
Yeah.
About 2,000. This side over here. This right here.
Right, but
Giving the other.
I'm gonna take this into consideration, I'm gonna put your name on
Then,
it.
since you take this off, you could add this, half of this up here, and this little part right here. Yeah, and then, me and, Dave will fight over the top part. It's the line that we kind of, I think we kind of agree with the line there.
Yeah, this line we all agree on. That way it keep me from taking more of his part there. Because there's 2,000 folks right now.
That will balance everything.
Right, so you're saying all of this area is gonna be free?
This would be free. And then I'll take whatever it takes off.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll put this map in our system so we can see how many people this will balance out.
Okay.
I'm
There's
not
2,000
telling you
folks
that
here.
your numbers
There's
are going to
1,000.
be
No, I'm sorry.
right. All I can do is tell you, based on what you're proposing, this is what
Yeah, I think this number would be fairly.
All these subdivisions down
But, you know,
1409,
and
on
then
that side is where they're
we
getting
look
these
at
numbers.
See what those.
They have the count, they have the
I think
count.
we'll be in the-
We're gonna have to go by their.
Okay, did the other commission, no. Did precinct 3 agree with this plan?
Yeah, I think we need to- yeah, I think so.
That's constituent.
David, well, because he knows he's gotta get through this.
But they don't wanna vote on you.
Let me see, I'm trying to figure out when your next meeting is.
Yeah, I'll work with you on that. I'm gonna go to this thing, man. That will help eliminate you having to look at the record to the primary.
But we'll see what the numbers come out with. I mean, originally, I wanted to go to 90, all the way to 146. But that's taking too much time. I'm willing to not do anything. Just leave our lines like that, come down around the road, but maintain it.
So the next
Because
drawing
if
workshop.
there is 1,000 people here, if there's 1,000, that means I'm not gonna be able to, I'm only gaining 1,000 folks, because they're saying there's 2,000 folks, so they all decided.
Yeah, so I didn't know if, I don't know, if we did it 3 o'clock, give them
What about
enough
the
time.
way down here? You said that's what we've been doing.
As soon as you tell you what, as soon
I
as you-
feel like they need a lot of.
They're gonna be doing that.
That's 163, 321.
Where are they going to? Oh.
Yeah, just give them more time to discuss.
Well, it's taken me forever to just get 1409.
Part of the thing is.
People message me.
So,
Is there a
And we're
difference?
doing 2.5 per home.
no, this next week is tricky. I try to get as much as I can.
Until the 23rd.
So they usually have a parade on Wednesday between the roads that off, so that's the finishers.
68, 66, 67.
Thursday, it's rather than stuff going on.
Well, you know, my idea here was to go down the river, but that's impossible. There's no way that I can withdraw. Because I mean, I've got to,
Just say morning, let me look.
Okay, I think I got it. I'm thinking.
I can check back with you.
so now you're taking 1,000 away from it. So now I'm down to 1,800. Yeah. According to this, but according to them, just the section. Well, they're
We actually are.
I don't see it.
Come out over here right about.
We'll get better eventually. Sure.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna have.
And then he'll have this right here. And this is two. And then this. He's gonna get this over here, one. He's already got that.
You have court on
He's saying I
Thursday.
can't come up.
You have court on Thursday.
And this, I'm gonna give him a.
Wednesday is your court day?
Birthday is this, all with.
She was asking if they come next week, what day would be better? We could do Thursday here. And we could do Tuesday at the courthouse.
Or, and then I'll take
Tuesday
right
morning.
here.
Either way.
And then whatever it comes down.
Wednesday, like I said, it's a little tricky
I'll
because
look
it's
at both,
TBD, because there's a big
Well,
parade
I'll
going
look
on
at both.
town, but.
I'll consider get rid of those, but I do not.
Wednesday
You know what I'm saying? 47. I'll consider getting rid of that, but I do not know that.
Yeah, if he could, I'll live, if he could come here, I'll.
I would say
Right over here, right over here to the bypass, and then something.
Now, he's gonna keep it, but he is, but I'm.
Where that at?
18th, it's not gonna work next Thursday. Not here. I mean, we can meet somewhere else.
They start voting next week, and this will be an election.
Okay, so we can't use it on Thursday.
Right here to the bypass.
So we have no place on Thursday. So we do have to move it. We have to move it days.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah, just that little bit right in there.
There are some other possibilities. Juvenile probation is a possibility.
Here, I'm gonna let you take this
You
map.
might could use the
Put
75th.
that a little bit more detail.
I haven't been ready.
Okay, that'll all be threes, that's 4, 2, 2, 2. What's all that? And then
We ought to
down
put
here will be precinct.
projection equipment for the elections, right? So
No, just a room. It's there.
Jay, you needed to.
Yeah, I might have to get, I don't really want to, but
Juvenile probation office, if we need- they're gonna be voting here next week.
I got, you know, to make it numbers.
It's called Anthony, so we use background.
Okay, if the courthouse,
I gotta give you
place in the
something
courthouse,
so I
we
can
can go
take
to juvenile probation, maybe here.
I don't have a connection there.
And juvenile probation,
Connection.
And I'm gonna have to take at least,
I mean,
3,000.
Will they have internet connection?
yeah, they have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'll take 2 to 3,000.
We'll see. We've done it.
They showed you
halfway start.
more than what I have to. So I'm gonna have to give
I'm gonna
them
go ahead and take all the way.
the numbers on the south end, see how that works out.
Yeah.
So is
So
this
that is a
way,
map that y'all.
all four we talked about?
Yeah.
You'd like to have this be done?
Sure, this is starting point. Let me bring this over here.
Do they want it? Do they want it too?
I ain't saying that now.
Let me get the,
Yeah, can you
approve
see
this,
this?
or at least starting point.
All right.
Is this what you're talking about? Yeah.
Hey,
Already
Kevin,
finished with
Yeah, Jackson.
do you need me for anything else?
I'll take all the way.
Let me, I don't think so, but let me just tell them that you're leaving.
You gotta go put it in.
Commissioners, since you guys are practicing, I'm gonna let the door go. Okay,
We're
you're
gonna
okay with
take this
that?
map, we're gonna get it back.
Okay. All right, Jackson, thank you. I'll be in touch with you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
You know
Now,
what?
he's gonna have to go up to
Here's some
90.
other
He's gonna have to go all the way up
possibilities.
to 90. Get that little bit of.
I have an idea of when, that I will see what I can do about finances.
When that you're available?
No, when you guys are.
Okay, so are you saying that if I can make Tuesday morning happen, it's okay? You have a spot? I can call right now,
Yeah.
my office, and see if we can get Tuesday morning on the books,
Okay.
if you're okay with that.
Jay, are y'all good with Tuesday morning?
I'm gonna move all the way up.
I got a whole bunch of people right here.
I'll take this up again Tuesday
I
morning.
live.
What's wrong, Lisa?
I think I was trying to move him
No,
that way down the bottom.
Okay, I think it's Thursday here.
You're gonna have to come up higher than Lucid Bayou.
I'm good with you stay because they're gonna be.
Lucid Bayou, right? If you come up here to the side,
We can do Tuesday morning. because we're here.
There ain't that many in here.
What about the jail?
I know it takes like
It has technology.
There's probably about 500 people in there, and then get this little bit of court here, that's 500.
I don't know what.
Yeah, it's not that many, but it's a kind of balance off what we take it away from you down here.
So you're gonna come in at 1.5.
All right, I'm gonna come into the bypass. We can come back, we'll come back around the bypass and go around 105 up to 787, go across. You ain't got nothing there behind the brothers about me.
I will work with it on the South Bridge, but I
Definitive boundaries. I don't want to go east either, but I got to. Huh? I got to go. Wait a minute. I got further to go from here to here than you do to any place down precinct.
I will work. Each side of. All I'm asking is.
Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Hey, I'm at a drawing session and I'm hearing that for them to draw next Thursday.
But you expect me to take all this and this?
We ain't got a district by six.
Huh?
We can't get up by six.
So.
I'm trying to get across your city. Ain't no way in hell I can get the numbers up.
Well, you can't have one meeting.
Well, I don't give a damn. I was born in Louisiana. It ain't my damn precinct.
We ain't in Louisiana. Ours is right here. That's my hometown. That's my
But the bottom line, is we gotta take 8,500 people out of this precinct.
We won't never get this done. I ain't giving up my hometown.
Well, I'm elected too, and I'm giving up half.
Born and raised right here.
Well,
I mean, where you gonna do, come in Santa Fe?
I'm gonna give you my word, we're not messing with that hard fans. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it.
well, how the hell how you gonna get 6,500 people out of this?
Well, I'm saying sometimes I think for Tuesday morning, I can make the move and so we would have that.
You're taking the whole base right here.
I cut it because there's a little bit of way for you and me. I try to cut it where it works for you.
Okay, you gotta cut him over here. That's taking up because I can't take the whole 8,500 people. Yeah,
Especially if
but
there's
he's getting 1,000. He's adding about what 1,500 they say. And you want me to take 7,000? I don't really give a damn how many people. We're worried about this up here. This is control of everything. They got to lose 8,500 people. And tell me how we're gonna do that. You're gonna take 1,700, and you're gonna, you're gonna take 1,700 off the spot. Here, I precinct 3.
Yeah.
How much is that? You just told me.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I'm gonna get 65. Huh? And not take any of his city.
Okay.
Once again, that's what
I'm not for a lot of this stuff either, but we've got to do it. How you tell me how we're gonna, you tell me how I get 6,500 people when I'm taking from the city. I do need 6,500 to produce just about 8,500.
We have an adjourned.
I don't need the 35. But we've got to take 8,500 out of this precinct. And you're only gonna take 1,570, let's say 2,000. That means 6,500 people have got to come out of this precinct. And where is it gonna come out of?
Little area, it's like.
That ain't in his precinct.
So that's why.
That ain't in his precinct.
It is, but they at least.
I ain't worried about that. Tell me how the hell we gonna get 6,500 out of this place without thinking, when you come up with that idea, let me know.
Somebody gonna be sick, please.
No, I'm not looking. I will never vote.
I understand that.
Will you come up and show me how to get 6,500 out of that
That's bullshit.
Probably we have 3 times 40 minutes.
At least that's fine.
But the bottom line is, the bottom line is 8,500 people have got to come out of that precinct. You only want to take 2,000. That's okay. No, you ain't taking that, because that don't do anything but cause problems.
Okay.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know why.
We ain't worried about that. We gotta get people out of this precinct.
Somebody wants to consider.
That is what controls the whole thing.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I go up to 1001, west side, will that help you with it?
It won't help me with nothing. The only thing is, when you take this over here, I was just trying to balance out what, to give you about another 500 or 600 people up here. And, or up here on this one right here. And then to make the one side here, and you may not need to take any of that. This may be enough to balance off that. But, and then the rest of that money, we got to figure out how to do it up here. And I'm not going to zigzag around all.
I can see if you can draw that map for me tomorrow. And if you can, then probably go out tomorrow.
Well, if that right there gets us out to the numbers, that's fine. But the way the numbers she told us.
All right, here's a question. Since y'all halfway, or y'all firmed up the bottom part at least.
Not really, but.
Well, but it's at least y'all are halfway to kind of bring on the bottom. Let her take this map. We're gonna plug it all in, as y'all are getting too far ahead of the data. Let's at least plug this in, and we can see what we gotta work with it here.
We gotta know what this is right here, what the population is, this right here. Then we know, and see if this balances it off. If it does, that's all they need to worry about.
It's not just about population, it's about the black population. Hispanic population.
Yes.
That's what the data has to determine.
But the data has to balance the
You're
population.
right, it does.
And then,
So
there ain't no way we're gonna balance.
Listen to me. She can possibly get a map in the next couple of days. She can email it. We don't have a workshop. Tuesday's probably gonna be the workshop. So we can do this again, but at least we can start moving in the direction of halfway. No, not like that's election day. We cannot do that.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, if I can take what
They want to take this
talking
map.
about, right?
Thank
That
you,
way
so
I
look at
can
it.
see what the population is, and I can come to it. Otherwise,
We're not coming in.
we're talking about.
That's gonna be Tuesdays, because y'all gotta have some data. Those are real, that's gonna be finite.
We need to know what the population is up here, 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 and over here.
Where are the contentious areas?
You can do this entire.
This up here, where the last.
This one we said 90,000.
Well, check it out again.
You don't want to cut that whole thing.
This one is.
No, we want the whole, we want this.
Have y'all agreed with this?
Yeah, we need this right here. But we'll let's look at the population.
Sure.
Okay, so this, you're worried about the population.
And the population that's there here. Yeah. What we gotta do, we take this down here, and whatever the population is, if this balances out the population down here, we don't have to worry about that. If this is not enough population to balance this, then you have to take a little bit off here.
That's loose five.
No, not loose by, it's all the way up there.
What is this?
Oh, that's loose by, well, we're going up here.
Yeah, it is. Okay. And also it's right there. You're good with that line right there?
Yeah, we're good.
Line right there.
See, but my daughter works at the courthouse, the clerk's office on Fridays.
No, we ain't doing that. I know.
So, like I said, if the numbers are not, if there's 2,000 folks there,
She goes to
there's
see
no way
her
that you're gonna be able to take this out. You know, there's.
This would be step one, and then depending on the numbers, then they might have to fight over this line right here.
She's
They're at least halfway.
She's just.
Yes,
doing
that's what it is right now.
And all we're talking about is that little bit right there.
But this area is not as contentious as these areas.
Well, it is from Leon, but we can't take away from precinct 1 without pushing it further this way.
Okay, so just so I understand, so I can make most.
Yes.
That's where we're going to have a rate.
Okay, so precinct 3 commissioner, you don't want
Yeah, precinct.
I thought we got you don't want to.
Yeah, that's why you gotta get all that right there.
All that, correct, okay.
Yeah, that way it'll take, that way it'll cut down what you have to take over here. And it'll give Leon a little more flexibility to take a little bit more. He can divide that up a little bit easier. And then I will take whatever else is left over.
Well, I mean.
Yeah.
Where?
This is up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, when they did get you another shop.
I haven't watched TV.
Well, his shop's right there.
Yes. Mr. Whitmire's is here, Greg's is over here. I mean, there's two shops over there. Leon's.
But this shop right here has got to cover all this area, all the way down here.
Yeah, it's right there, Greg's. Okay, I know it. I think she's got the start of a map.
Okay, we're gonna put this in the system with the numbers on live, and then we're gonna adjust.
I'm
Can
gonna
you
carry on.
send us a map with the numbers? Well,
The problem with that numbers are, I can send you a big map.
well, I'm not interested with it. No map.
No, the way you're showing it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
That's what it's going on. That's gonna help.
Yeah.
Let me put this in.
Yeah. No, you're good, that's right.
Right? It looks like it's. Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
And then Tuesday is when y'all will try to figure out.
Next Tuesday, correct?
Yeah, got your map. You're good.
I have have this picture and I'm going to plug it in and then I'm gonna send it to you and then we'll look at all of it. Okay, so we can.
Let me
talk
take a
about it.
picture.
Please do.
Just so I can know what
Yeah,
my.
yeah, yeah.
Posted.
We're going by exercise. We're trying. Even if we're gonna work through it.
Yeah, they have now.
No, I ain't gonna do it.
Jamie, grab it now.
Yeah.
So you wanna call it a meeting?
Be good.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what time? 4:30?
No, I ain't got that. I see, I gotta go back.
Gonna run? Okay.
I'll take care of it. All right.
Be careful.
You got good headlights?
Okay, yeah.